Hey everybody, my name is Ashley Hill. I am a scholarship search strategist. That means that I'm passionate about working with current and future graduate students to teach them how to find the right scholarships so that they can graduate without debt. And specifically, I love working with incoming and current graduate students that have already tried to find some scholarships, but they realize that they need more support and that they would love to work with an expert to get that support. And so that is what I do. So I want to come here and talk about this. I get this question a lot from my graduate students, and that is that some of them have been applying for hundreds of scholarships, and they haven't won any yet, and so they're frustrated, they're upset, they're confused, they just don't know what's going on. And so I want to go over some important questions, especially if this is you. I want to tell you that I'm here to help you. And I want to go over some things that you have to be mindful of and some things that you need to be thinking about in order to get back on track. So normally when I work with a graduate student, and let me preface this and say this. This is whether you are getting a master's degree, whether you're getting a doctorate, whether you're going to law school, medical school. It doesn't matter what type of master's, or it doesn't matter what type of graduate degree that you're getting. This will apply to all of you. And so, first of all, I have to ask you is what is the application? So, when you submitted the application, uh, did you make sure that you were a good fit for the scholarship? That's the first thing. Is did you check to see if you were a good fit for the scholarship? What I mean when I say this, I teach this system to my students, and it's called the Scholarship Search Resume System. And this is what I had to come up with when I was dealing with this when I was in graduate school and I needed money quickly. What I did is I literally put all of my achievements, my accomplishments, my hobbies, passions, future career choice, all of that. I had to put me on paper. Why would you do that? You want to put you on paper because you're looking for scholarships to match something about you, match something about what you do, who you are. And so that's the first thing is you have to ask yourself, was it really a fit? If it was a fit, then we have to move to the next thing. The next thing is, did you communicate clearly the part, or did you communicate clearly with the scholarship judges that you were a great fit for the scholarship? In other words, did you tell the part of your story that would connect with the mission or the purpose of the organization? Because let me tell you, I've been a scholarship judge and I still do it from time to time. And I've been the applicant, I've been the scholarship winner, and I'm the scholarship coach now. But let me tell you that a scholarship judge, they're not going to read in between the lines into what you're saying. They're not going to make assumptions. All they have to go off of literally is your application, unless it's an interview. But most times it's just the application. So did you communicate that? And let me tell you, if you don't think that you're a great communicator, it's okay in the sense that it's okay to recognize that that's your weakness and realize that you need to get help because that's the issue. If you know that you're not the best communicator and you're not getting help for it, that doesn't help you. It doesn't help you because this is what you have to do. And let me tell you, I was in graduate school, just like you are, or just like you're going to be for my future graduate students. And you may be a really great researcher, and you may be able to write technical papers really well, but that's not what is needed right now for these scholarships. They need a part of your story. They need you to tap into more of the creative writing, kind of writing that maybe like my television and film people. They need you to tell a story like that. Like, when you watch your favorite TV show or your favorite movie, it's a storyline. So they need more of that. They don't need that technical, factual, like they don't need that. They need you to be factual, but not just the straight bare bones facts. And so if you're not sure if you did that correctly, that's an area that you need to adjust. You need to get help. And it's okay if you don't know how to do it right now. What's not okay is that you know this and you don't change. You have to make adjustments. All right. So the next thing is your scholarship essay, which is the most important part of your application. Did you write it well? Did you answer the prompt? Did you tell your story? Did you get someone to edit it? I don't mean just your best friend or an academic advisor. I mean somebody that is experienced, somebody an expert that knows what to look for and knows how to make adjustments or knows how to suggest what adjustments that you need to make to your essay. This is not a time for your best friend to look at it and then tell you it's good to go because they love you anyway. You need a professional looking at this. And I tell my students this all the time, is that the essay is so important. First of all, you shouldn't be telling your whole story every time. You don't have enough time and enough space to tell your whole life story in every essay. So if you're doing that and cramming it into an essay, that's going to cause an issue for you. That's going to hurt your chances of winning scholarships because you have to stay on the prompt and tell the part of your story that fits based on the mission or purpose of the organization. That is huge, huge. You have to spend time doing that. The other part of that is, and I told this student that reached out to me, I hope you weren't writing 100 original essays, because if you're doing that, that's wrong. That's a huge mistake, and it's a time waster. What you should be doing is maybe 3 to 4 essays, and you tweak them, you recycle, you repurpose. That's how you handle that. But again, if you didn't get those edited, those 3 or 4 essays are still going to hurt your chances of winning scholarships. And so you have to make adjustments. And so I want you to think about it like this. Let's say you're going somewhere, but you haven't been there before. So you pull out, you use your GPS or you have the Google Maps on your phone and you put in the address, right? Even if you make a wrong turn, and it happens, what's the job of the GPS? It's to help you get back on track, right? So if you made a left turn too soon, they'll say, okay, go to the next block, make a left, and let's try this again. Or sometimes your app will say, well, there's an accident up ahead. Press this if you want to go this alternate route, right? And so it's the job of that GPS to suggest this, to help guide you, but you're still going to get to the same destination. You don't just make one wrong turn and give up and say, oh, forget it, I'm not going anymore. The destination is still the destination. You just have to adjust how you get there if you get off track. And so that is what I'm trying to do here, is I'm encouraging you. Don't give up. Yes, you might be frustrated. Yes, you might be upset. Yes, you may be anxious about this because time is ticking and you need to settle your account with your school. But don't give up. Make adjustments. Ask yourself these questions and take the time to answer them honestly as well, because it's for your benefit. It's for your benefit. And so the next thing that I encourage you to do is look at the actual scholarship application. Is it cohesive? Does everything fit like it's supposed to? Did you include everything that you were supposed to include? Did you or did you not? You have to be honest with yourself, because if you did not, that's an issue. And I want you to stay tuned. I've got a resource for you. I made a checklist to help you to make sure that you don't leave anything out. All right. And so the last thing is this. Did you send this an hour before, 5 minutes before, or did you give yourself some cushion, like a week or two? Because let me tell you, and you know what happens? What happens when we rush? When you rush, mistakes can be made. Things can be left out. And also, here's the other thing too. When you wait until the last possible minute, and I'm telling you this from a scholarship judge, they've been reading hundreds and hundreds of essays, and it's not about the competition. You know that. If you know me, you know that I don't even teach that. It's not about the competition. But they've read so many, and you're coming in on the last second. It says something about you, that you're a last minute person, and you may not even be that. But you don't want to give the scholarship judges any space to make any kind of, they're last minute. It may not be a good application anyway. I'm not saying they're all like that. They're not all like that. But you don't know who's reading it. You don't know who the judge is. And so give yourself 2 weeks. And also, too, because of like what I said, you don't want to rush and leave out something. You don't want to do that when you put all your time and your hard work into this. And so I want you to take time to ask yourself these questions. And if you don't like the answers that you're responding to them, it's time to make adjustments. And so I invite you. I put a link here in the description area. I am sharing my checklist. This is what I give inside of my members area. And you're welcome to use the checklist and really need to use it with every application. And here's the thing. I'm going to end with this. Even after you submit the application, I have an activity for you to do after that. There is something that you must do every single time that you submit an application. And I've made it so easy. And it's on that page there. It's a link. I mean, it's a template. You literally copy and paste. Literally copy and paste. So here I am. I'm the GPS for you right now. I'm showing you how to make adjustments. You have to adjust with me. You have to adjust. And then once you adjust, you are going to increase your chances of winning these scholarship dollars. And so here's my advice. I wouldn't submit another application until you have reviewed that checklist, until you've made sure that you've checked every item off, and until you have followed what you should be doing after you submit each application. I would not turn in another one until you have done that, because when you do that, like I said, you will increase your chances of winning scholarships, because the ultimate goal is you want to graduate with that master's or doctoral degree or that professional degree, and you want to be able to go into your career and not worry about how you're going to make those payments back to your loan service provider. So with that being said, feel free to ask questions there in the comments. And I look forward to tackling another challenge in the scholarship world with you. And I'll say this, if you know someone who could benefit from this, do me a favor and share this video. You guys take care.